whisky friends, welcome once more in Mark's Whiskey Basement for another rambling, and as you can see we are returning to my favourite distillery, Auchentoshan, because after all I am the Toshan man. Oh, what time is it? Look at the time, it's Toshan time, so time to talk about Auchentoshan. And I must say, as you know, I'm very fond of the new range, but the spirit of Auchentoshan is truly magnificent because it is perfect for maturation for a very long period. The older bottlings, and then I mean over 20 years, are simply marvelous whiskies. I've tried quite a few and they are outstanding. Now here you can see a couple of older whiskies, but not that old, except for this new one. This one is no less than 35 years old. It's the Auchentoshan 1975, which is absolutely stunning. I tried it at the distillery, and more than that, I was even allowed to play around with some cask samples in the blender's room at Auchentoshan. There's a different video of that on YouTube if you want. I even have brought home a little bit of that Toshan experiment. I was able to create my own single malt using 8 cask samples of 1975 Auchentoshan. God, this is good stuff. But they also have a beautifully 32-year-old sherry matured whiskey from 1973, and then there's the 1976 30-year-old bourbon cask matured, and then there's also some other older stuff. I even have tried a 50-year-old, but I only have this small amount left, so this is my precious. I have to keep that for future use, unless of course Auchentoshan sees fit to send me a bit more. Who knows? Why not? Take a hint, for crying out loud. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to get on their dark side. They are good friends of mine and I'm good friends of them, I hope, I think. But today I want to talk to you about the 40-year-old, 40 years of age whiskey, Auchentoshan, distilled in 1965. That was way before I was born, and probably way before many of you were born as well. The 1965 is a bourbon cask matured. Only 200 bottles of this are available. This is bottled in 2006 at a cask strength of 41.6% only. Well, obviously after 40 years, a lot of the whiskey has been released to the angels. The angels have taken quite a bit of this because it goes into the cask, as you know, at 63.5. So in this case, the angels took quite a bit. They took about a third. This is all that is left, 41.6%. Only 200 bottles, and I must admit it is an expensive bottle. If you want to buy this, you will be forking over around 900 euros. But is it worth it? Well, that's hard to say. Let's not go into that discussion. Let's just enjoy this 40-year-old 1965 Auchentoshan, shall we? Now, I know what you are thinking. Most of you are saying, oh, wait a minute, Mark, I remember you buying this bottle at the festival in Ghent in February 2011. Wasn't this bottle already halfway? Yes, it was. This is not whiskey in here. There's nothing to smell because this is merely coloured water. It's a trick that I use when I want to put some bottles on display that are empty. I simply fill them up with water and then colour the water with some papier mâché. It works wonders. The whiskey that was still inside it when I purchased it, the bottle was already halfway. You remember? When I show you the picture, maybe you saw it way back when. It was already halfway, which means I do not have a full bottle, unfortunately. But a good thing is that I always have a bit of small bottles on hand in which I can pour my leftovers and keep them for future use, future reference. I have a bit of a whiskey cabinet with some samples. This is one of them. So this is the leftover of the 40-year-old bourbon cask matured Auchentoshan 1965, and oh, that's a hefty helping. That's a third of my leftover going right there to the whiskey rambling. But I don't mind, because tasting Auchentoshan is always a bit of a celebration. So we have here a golden coloured Auchentoshan, spent 4 decades in a bourbon cask. Oh my God. Oh, this is so good. This is very fruity, amazingly so. There's some vanilla, maybe even some caramel in the background, but the prime notes here, it's not even citrus. The citrus is a bit subdued. what I get mostly here is white fruit in the form of, I'm inclined to say banana actually. I had one guy come up to me at the festival saying, oh, I tried this one, and when I nosed it, I got cucumber. So I sent him to hospital because obviously there was something wrong with his nose. There's no cucumber in here. There's definitely some banana in here, and maybe even some pineapple cubes. But by God, it is so luscious. It is so waxy and creamy. God, I could. Have you got a few minutes, because I'm not gonna taste this for a while. Oh God, this is so good. So like I said, banana, some pineapple cubes in there. Very soft, very waxy, very, ooh, so smooth. And that is why I love Auchentoshan. So smooth, so gentle, so rich, so mouth-coating. It's almost cloying. It is so good. It is fruity. There's some vanilla in there. There's a hint of dark fruits. There's even a hint of smoke in there, far away in the background. Hardly there, but it is there. But it goes down so well, and it completely, it warms me up completely. This is, no, I'm not going to, I was going to say this is better than sex, but let's not go there. There's children watching. But this is such a good whiskey. It's very hard to come by, but by God am I glad I got hold of this one. So again, fruity, like I said, some hints of dark fruit even. There's no oakiness whatsoever. So this was in a cask for 40 years and there is no oak in there. Yes, there is some pepper, maybe even some cinnamon. So there is some spices there. The cask obviously did its work, but this is just so smooth, so silky soft. Oh, forgive me. I'm at a loss for words. The finish is not too long, it's medium in length, but it is so good. It is so, God, this is good whiskey. Why am I even looking around? I mean, it is mine, I paid for it. Let's get some more. Why not? We need to leave a little bit. Maybe I should put it in a smaller vial. We need to leave a little bit because after all, we need to keep this for future reference. We need this library of Auchentoshan for the Toshan man. But let's get just a little bit more of this. This is a beautiful whiskey. Auchentoshan 40-year-old, distilled 1965, bottled in 2006 at a cask strength of 41.6% ABV. This is a drink for the gods. I rest my case.